there's a stink bug on this tissue box in front of me. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xana520, and welcome back to Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we got a few new items that allowed us to delve deeper into Phendrana Drifts and discover the forward operating base of the space pirates. And in this episode, we are going to use our brand new item, the... what is that line for? The, super missile. That was it. We're going to use our super missiles to explore even further. However, before we do, we're going to backtrack a little bit because there's an item back here that we can use our new super missiles to get. So, get off of me. Going forward, I don't believe there's a way to get rid of the gun turrets peacefully, unlike how they were able to be deactivated in the frigate. So we're just gonna have to blow them up. Coming. Ooh! We're gonna get rid of this guy and that guy and this guy, and we're gonna grab this energy. Alright, so this thing right here, this tube, if we scan it, it tells us that it's made of cordite. So, charging up a beam and then pressing the missile button without releasing the beam will fire a super missile and enable us to grab this missile expansion. Firing super missile, as stated in the last episode, will use up 5 of your regular missiles. So, now we're going to head back through this room. I don't think space pirates show up in here anymore. We're just gonna hop up here to that upper door. We're gonna hop across this and make our way further into the base. Oops. We've got these scatter bombos. And in here, we have those guys. Oh, I forgot this was a missile lock door. Interesting. Oh, right. And this brings us to this little elevator shaft that will take us up to the control tower. So, eagle-eyed viewers will notice that the different symbols here appear to be hand shapes. That will be coming into minor play later. As we walk out here, we are going to get ambushed by a bunch of space pirates, which we then have to fight. These little red boxes will explode if you shoot them enough, and so will those circular canisters. But up here in the control tower, we now encounter a new variant of space pirate. If you would come into range, these will be flying pirates. They're basically just space pirates with jetpacks. Thermal imaging. It's mentioning thermal imaging again. The missiles are extremely potent. The jetpacks can be even more so. When the jetpack fails, they try to do a suicide run and blow us up. So we need to be careful of that. I think, yeah, 1 super missile will take them out, or 3 regular missiles. There's another guy here somewhere. There he is. Oof. And he crashed into me. Oh! There's a bunch of them. Why are there so many? What is going on? Why is everything blowing up? Anyway, it's no pickups. Well, luckily this stack of boxes here, just like all these boxes, will generally contain power-ups, especially that, which blows up. I don't think I can blow those up. Oh, I can blow these up. You generally can't blow up the big ones, I think, unless you're like using a missile. But it's not really worth it to do so, because then you're just wasting a missile. Just grab some extra health, extra missiles, and make our way out of here. Take the elevator on the wrong side. I always get turned around up here. This side. Just need to scan this right here. That should have been my clue. Research Lab Aether. So, let's see what they were researching in... What are these? These things are going to be everywhere in this area. I'm not going to bother charging up a beam. Just shoot like 4, I think, to open that. And... we've got Metroids. So, small note. Oh, I know where the thumbnail's coming from. This Metroid will stay happily in its container indefinitely until you scan it. Metroid, energy-based parasitic predator. The dominant species of planet SR-388. Metroids can suck the life force out of living things. A Metroid will latch onto its prey and drain energy, growing larger as it does. The only way to shake an attached Metroid is to enter Morph Ball mode and lay a bomb. These are different Metroids because unlike regular Metroids, which require you freeze them, these ones are easily destroyed with concussive force. Whoa, hi. This guy just jumps through the window and makes himself known. So let's take out the other pirates in this room, so we can get to scanning. No, go away. No, go away. Now, there are other Metroids in this room. This one. But these capsules are only destroyable with missiles, it seems. One thing you'll note is that when you attack a Metroid, eventually it'll do that and get bigger, which makes it harder to dodge. Whoa. That sounded like somebody from Undertale talking. Anyway, in this Stasis Tank right here, we get another energy tank, which will bring our total max energy up to 699. And we can also scan this to activate this elevator. And we can climb our way back up to the top. However, over there, you will see a missile pack. It will be important for you to get this now if you want it, because of something that happens later. Also to note, whoops, you cannot leave Morph Ball form once you get onto that catwalk. You are basically trapped in Morph Ball form until you leave that area. The speed run, the GameCube speed run of this game, they use a jump technique to get up onto this gantry and get into this hole without being a Morph Ball. Apparently, that's one of the things they fixed in the trilogy version of the game. So, now that we've taken care of every... what am I trying to say? Every power-up and every enemy in this room, we're going to now climb all the way back up to the top. and see what kind of lore we can sniff out. So let's see here. This is probably just talking about Metroids. Yes. Metroids being in containment, the different attributes of what a Metroid is. This one says Phazon Infusion, Stage 6, Subject Metroid BR5497. Subject's mass at 180% of previous Phazon cycle, increasing dosage by 4%. Yeah. Stasis Tank 8118, or I think that's B118, contaminated beyond acceptable safety standards, removal squad requested. But if we look over here, well, not this one, but containment temperature stable at 3 degrees centigrade, environmental state. This one. Pirate data. Log 10.891.0. The reconstruction of Genoform 187, codenamed Ridley, was recently completed. After his defeat on Zebes, Command ordered a number of metagenetic improvements for him. Though aggressive, we were able to implement these changes in a cycle. The metamorphosis was painful, but quite successful in the end. Early tests indicate a drastic increase in strength, mobility, and offensive capability. Cybernetic modules and armor plating have been added as well. We believe our creation, now called Meta Ridley, will become the mainstay of our security force, a job he will certainly relish. So it's stated in earlier games that Ridley is one of the commanders of the Space Pirates. However, oh, okay. However, this log, the previous log, not this one, seems to indicate that he is as at the Space Pirates' mercy as anything they capture, which calls into question certain things. This one, log 10.444.4. Initial transfer of Metroids to Talon 4 research facilities has been completed. 3 were terminated in an incident at the landing site, but the others were pacified and transported safely. Initial Phazon infusion testing is underway. We are eager to observe the effects of Phazon on Metroids, especially their ability to absorb and process the energy given off by Phazon sources. Early research suggests considerable growth in power and size. Whether the creatures stay stable thereafter remains to be seen. So this is the in-universe explanation as to why you do not need the Ice Beam to defeat these Metroids. They have been infused with Phazon, which has created a mutation in them that, while increasing their ability to absorb energy and increasing their combat capabilities, has weakened them to the point where they are now susceptible to concussive forces and regular energy. As energy-based creatures, Metroids show immediate mass increase upon energy absorption. Yes. The other thing is, when they manage to grab onto you, when you get them off, they will immediately increase in size. All guards must use ice containment gear when transporting Metroids. This includes sedated specimens and those pronounced dead. Directive. In the event of a Metroid attack, repel creature with missiles set to maximum concussion. Yeah, see? This is another log. Log 10.957.2. Confidence is high regarding Phazon applications. We know enough about Phazon now to begin combining it with Space Pirate DNA. The code name for this venture will be Project Helix. Preliminary studies indicate that Phazon infusion could produce radical new pirate genomes. Benevolent mutation levels are high in current test subjects. Phazon madness is a concern, but refinements in the infusion process should reduce or neutralize the odds of mental degeneration. What do we have in this tube right here? This looks very concerning. Can I scan this? Yes, I can. Not from this angle. There we go. This tank holds the remains of Experiment 7526, conversion of elite pirate unsuccessful. Foreshadowing a new enemy type we're going to be having to face. These do not appear to be anything more than flavor text. However, they do... What is that symbol? Hunter Metroid DS is showing signs of increased instability and a heightened immunity to cold dampening fields. Motion near Hunter Metroid DG. Okay. Appears to trigger psychotic episodes. Whoops. Personnel are to stay at least 3 meters away from Stasis Tank. So this is another foreshadowing of another enemy type we're going to be having to face. Hunter Metroids. We'll see what those are in the future. Log 11.550.6. Studies of Metroid biology continue, though with limited progress. It seems likely that we will be much more successful using the Metroids for our means rather than trying to reproduce their powers. If they could be adequately tamed, we would have no need of a proper understanding of their metabolism. A small force of disciplined Metroids could wipe out entire armies, and once we find a way to shield them from cold containment weapons, they will be invincible. Furthermore, if we could then harvest the energy they'd consumed, we would have a near limitless source of power at our disposal. So this leads into what they are trying to do with these Metroids. East Quarantine Cave has been secured. Specimen remains in the quarantine area. All experiments have been suspended pending pacification of area. Wonder what that's about. Quarantine specimen exhibits highly aggressive behavior. His body structure, composed of phazon ore, appears nearly invulnerable. This has rendered our efforts to train and discipline the subject useless. Maybe this will give us insight into what this subject is. Maybe not. Log 11.420.7. Blaze it. Metroid dissection continues to provide more questions than answers. Our research teams have isolated the energy conduits that run from the invasive twin mandibles to the energy core in the creature's quadripartite nucleus. What a word. But the manner in which a Metroid actually extracts the life force from its prey remains an utter mystery. The victim does not lose blood or any other vital fluids, and yet the Metroid extracts energy. Identifying this energy is our central problem. It takes no physical form, and yet without it, the victim dies. We will continue to research this matter, as the isolation of this life-giving essence could be the key to our ascendance. Anything over here? More flavor text. Metroids infused with phazon strain vertical are thriving. We feel they could be Class 1 energy harvesters if proper submission measures are employed. So they want to use Metroids as a kind of bio battery and an attack force. Next path is down here. Whoops! Hello. We have a new creature. This is an ice beetle. It's basically just the standard beetle, but it's in the Phendrana Drifts and is cold. It is slightly more resistant, though, to our missiles. Or not. Maybe it was just a slash damage. Anyway, this room is full of space pirates and Metroids. There are computer terminals all the way up and down this room. So I'm going to let that guy go down there. Whoop. That guy got close. I think that might have been the only pirate. Looks like it. I'm going to scan these computers now because they are important on the way down. Testing of thermal imaging software complete. Commence download tactical visor prototype for field testing. Central tank control circuit connection terminated. There's an upgrade in this central tank, and scanning this first one will remove the blue beams around the top of it. Coming all the way down here, we have our second floor. Nope, it's further down. There are turrets in here, though, which I want to take out. So I'm going to bypass the stairs and just hop down here. Excuse me. Yep. Take care of that. And what's this one say? Thermal imaging software exceeding initial expectations. Combat applications are being valued by command. Field testing in Phendrana region approved. Use of prototype visors by security personnel approved. Central tank auxiliary circuit connection terminated. This will remove the blue containment field around the power-up. And if we come down here, hopefully there's no more turrets. I don't see another turret. Over here, we have a white door. We do not have a weapon that can open white doors. Thermal visor interfaces will be sent to quarantine area. These visors will be useful for any personnel involved in transport of the unstable test subject there. Foreshadowing. Inform command that thermal vision tests will begin soon. Abnormal heat traces are represented as red when looking through the thermal imaging spectrum. And finally, Central Tank main circuit connection terminated, which allows us to finally grab this brand new upgrade, which is an upgrade to our visor, the first of two. This is the thermal visor. It allows us to see thermal imaging. However, now that we have grabbed it, the power goes out. And the room becomes very dark. But switching to the thermal visor allows us to see the enemies in the room. These enemies are actually the shadow pirates from earlier. They are able to bypass our lock-on by doing a little short little hop, but these ones that unfortunately you can't see that, but those ones actually have their their cloak actually working, so they would be invisible under normal circumstances. Coming up here, the Metroids have now broken containment. Also to note, when a Metroid is growing in size like that, it is completely invulnerable. You can't attack it. The missiles will just explode harmlessly on it. So anyway, coming up further, we have to deal with this Metroid. Come on, hurry up. Quit taking so long with your little growth cycle. And coming up this last staircase, I think there's one more Metroid up here that we'll have to deal with. Yes, this one. 3 missiles, and then 2 more. So, the door is locked. We can't get out the door. However, you'll notice this right here. This conduit powers the door. So we need to put energy into it with our wave beam. And you can see the conduit going through the wall there. And this will allow us to get out. We also have this enemy over here. This is a Sentry Drone. We saw one of these when we first came into the pirate base. This one, however, won't just set off the alarm. This one will attack us. And it will also affect our visor by creating that static. We can, I believe, short it out by using the wave beam. Also, something I forgot to mention about the wave beam. The wave beam behaves very much. I think it does, anyway. I believe the wave beam charge shot is slightly homing. One other thing that I can show you is that setting loose the Metroids in a room with space pirates will cause the Metroids to attack the space pirates instead. Which will kill the space pirates before they come after you. Except this one's locked on to me. There's a stun here. Yeah, that one's locked on. So, to get out of the Metroid's grip, you just need to lay a bomb. And you can see this guy is kind of invisible. Let me turn this visor back on. on, go away. Anyway, I think I can see... Oh, there's a turret there. Yes, you can see that the wave beam kind of curved to hit that missile or turret there. I believe this is a wave door. But anyway, we're gonna head back out because we don't have the weapon needed to deal with that ice door from earlier. Also, unfortunately, when you are in this mode, you lose your combat, like, detection thing. Also, we can just ignore those guys. So you don't have your little radar anymore to tell you where... You don't have your minimap. Head through this empty tunnel. And we now have more... thermal pirates? Somebody's shooting me. No, these are regular pirates. I also believe this room is lit. No, it's not. It's dark. Yeah, see the wave beam locks onto them. And zips over to take them out. It's kind of hard to see regularly with the thermal visor on, but it's something you end up getting used to. I believe there is a turret in here, or one of those. So yeah, using the wave beam against these guys is incredibly useful because it causes them to short out and not, like, start shooting you while you're shooting them. And then they just harmlessly fall to the ground broken. Also, this room is now full of Metroids. Also to note, when you kill a turret with the wave beam, it goes absolutely bonkers before exploding. I'm gonna break that and then hide and hope that that guy goes out and kills all the space pirates for me. Looks like he is. Is he? He's doing something. I'm gonna boop you. Boop. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Die. Oh, here comes that guy. Ah, you're stunned. Stun! Alright, I'm getting out of dodge. I am leaving! Oh, this is still dark. Oh boy. Forgot how many rooms of this area are this dark. I'm just gonna shoot you through the door. Screw you, man. That guy. That turret is getting on my nerves. Go away. Just jump over. Whoops. Hello. Stun you. I'm leaving. Goodbye. This area is not dark. Also, that pirate is not in here anymore. He is a one-off. He does not come back. So, now that we have the thermal visor, we can actually see, that's not the visors, we can actually see that there is a thing behind that right there, which coincidentally is made out of cordite. So, we can destroy this with a super missile, and then we can fire a wave beam shot in there and unlock this quarantine cave. We're going to come in here a little bit. I just want to take a peek at what's going on in here. Right. Okay. So unfortunately, we don't have time to go any further. So I'm going to backtrack out of here. This door is now permanently unlocked. And I'm going to go save. And next time, we are going to go into that area, which leads into the quarantine zone. Also, we haven't found a map room yet. I don't remember the map room is. Did I miss it? Wouldn't be surprised if I missed it. Research lab, yeah, that's that. I wouldn't be surprised. Hang on. I walked right past it. How much you want to bet that door is the door to the map room? And I just freaking walked right past it. Bruh, get out of here. You are not important to me. Sir? I believe these guys are shadow pirates. No, they're not. They died in 2 minutes. These are just regular pirates. Yep, there's the door. Oh, that guy's a shadow pirate. This door right here. This is the map room. Let's just grab this real quick before we end it off, because I'm apparently an idiot. So, yeah, this is where we're headed next time. If I didn't know better, I'd say that was a boss room. It looks very much like the Sun Chamber. Phazon ore is extremely durable and blast resistance. Although the armor-like qualities of this shell provide ample protection, thermal imaging can be used to detect weak areas in the casing. Improvements must be made to this shell in the event that these weaknesses are found by aggressors. Phazon ore appears to bind through phazon energy. Thermal imaging is required to detect the highest concentration of radioactivity, which serves to bind the stones together. Imaging research is being conducted in the containment vault area of the facility. Project Titan specimen is immobilized in quarantine cave. Relocation is recommended due to increased violent activity. And finally, East Quarantine Cave is restricted to blue level security. Authorized personnel permitted entry only after bioscan, which we have bypassed because we just pumped energy straight into the raw conduit. So now that we have the map, we are going to make our way out of here and go save. Because next time, we are going to be fighting something big. Very big. This is Xena520, signing out.